$170,000 apiece, and is one of the many reasons America does not have free health care. But we do have free unhealth care. Emerging genomics available at fatalelectrician.com. Fight bang out.
And having a child that is LGBTQ, that you would have to be able to use their preferred pronouns to allow them to dress in their preferred dress. But maybe more importantly, and in fact, scary, is the fact that you would have to provide so-called gender-affirming care for kids, which many states like Alabama have found not only are illegal, but also are part of the radical experiments on children that have been rejected in Europe and clearly don't need to be going on with our children.
A Barna Group study shows Christians are 3 times more likely to consider fostering a child, and those recruited through a church foster children nearly 3 years longer than the average foster parent. So will this policy essentially destroy the foster care industry?
Oh, we think it has a significant impact. We have 400,000 kids in foster care across our country. And if you look at some of the studies, over 40% of those child placement agencies are religious affiliated. You took, for example, in the state of New Mexico, all their child placement agencies are Christian-based. In the state of Arkansas, for example, almost half of their placements are from one Christian organization. When we hear stories of social workers sleeping in floors and sleeping bags with kids because there are not enough foster homes out there, and when you have religious organizations who embrace this as a tenet of their faith, not only is this detrimental to the kids, but also sends a chilling effect on what members of faith can do to be able to impact their communities.
Attorney General, your state also got a victory in another court case after the DOJ sued the state to block the state's ban on sex change treatments for children and teens. Tell us more about this victory and your legal fight to protect kids from these treatments.
Now, we're very pleased with how this case is progressing, but the Department of Justice weighed in. They wanted to be able to have their voice heard in believing that Alabama's efforts to protect their kids were wrong. One of the leading administration voices is Admiral Levine, who is transgender as well, but has been that proponent for providing gender-affirming care to kids. And we believe that the information that Admiral Levine had, what contact he was having with these international organizations, is relevant in proving Alabama's point, which is this is a failed experiment in Europe that somehow or another liberal proponents...
He, she, it, I know it from somewhere.
Will establish what we've said all along, is that these so-called standards of care of WPATH really aren't universal.
She looks like a woman by the last name of Hooley, or something like that, Hooley.
A lot of this really comes down to parental rights, and that was a huge topic last night between Florida Governor Ron DeSantis as well as Governor Gavin Newsom of California. They went head-to-head over these policies allowing kids to cross state lines and get...
Is this why we're not getting our granddaughter? Because we don't believe, or my husband's Christian, and we would not verbally say, we will take our granddaughter in and get her a gender-affirming care if that's what happens sometime down the road. My granddaughter's 2. Not even 2. She'll be 2 the day before Christmas.
You talked about Rachel Levine here, certainly one of the loudest voices in the federal government when it comes to transgender issues. Levine says, quote, hormones can help kids going through the wrong puberty. What's your response to a statement like that?
It's absolutely wrong. And in fact, again, doesn't reflect the emerging trend.
My granddaughter doesn't even have a sexual preference right now. She's 2.
We don't need to be making the same mistake in this country. And I think Governor Sanders is absolutely right. This is about parents understanding what truly is in the best interest of kids. We in Alabama and other states are fighting to make sure that we're clear on that front.
And with those emails that are now going to be revealed because the DOJ essentially opened themselves up to all this discovery of federal officials, and so now a court has ruled that Rachel Levine's emails will now be disclosed to you guys. What's the strategy here?
Well, I think we're very excited to be able to get these, to be able to parse through and review them. And again, we believe that there's a coordinated effort, a political arm.
This is the foster kid stuff.
Advancing this, not something that's grounded fully in the science. Because if you look at the research, it's very clear. This is not something that's in the best interest of kids. We believe that the emails will establish that that fear should exist, and that this administration is simply choosing to ignore it.
Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall, we appreciate you joining us here on the National Desk.
Thank you.
Thank you. And coming up,